Hey guys, what's up? Today we are going to be playing some Nintendo 64, but not just any Nintendo 64. This one, you can see right there, has been HDMI modded. And I bought the HDMI mod from the GameTech US website, same site I bought my NES HDMI mod from. It's about 160 bucks, so it does run a pretty steep penny. Also, it's a little more difficult to install this, to solder this into this console. Unless you got some really good soldering skills, you're going to be paying anywhere between $50 to $100 to have a pro install it. My soldering skills are pretty good, but they're not that good, so I paid someone to do it. So, as far as getting the best video output for the Nintendo 64 console, it is not capable of our native RGB output or component output. The highest you can get is S-Video. So you got a couple different options. You can manage S-Video. Probably the easiest and most affordable would be to stick with S-Video and hook it up to a RetroTink, which I actually showed that off a little bit in my one of my past videos. Or you can have a you can use that S-Video and just plug it into a CRT, like an old CRT TV with S-Video input, which is probably, you know, how it kind of intended to look back then anyway. You can use that S-Video and plug it into a FrameMeister and set up a FrameMeister profile like I have. I basically did that with my Mortal Kombat 4 video that I kind of did in the past with the profile that I set up. They also make RGB mods that you can solder in here, which are much easier to install. You can use RGB SCART cables, or I think they work with HD Retrovision component cables, the ones that are for the Super Nintendo. Or you can go the route that I did and get the HDMI mod. So let's cut the chatter and go right to the gameplay. Okay, so the first game I'm going to show off is Mortal Kombat 4 because I love this game, and any excuse I have to play some Mortal Kombat 4, why not? So the HDMI mod is capable of multiple different resolutions here. 480p, 576p, 720p, 1080p, and even 1200p. You know, like an old 4x3 monitor or something like that. I'm actually going to display it at 720p. Oh, back out of the menu. There we go. And the reason I'm going to display it at 720p is because my old Elgato capture card that I'm using limits to 720p at 60 frames per second. But just various options. Of course, scan lines, if you like scan lines. Actually looks really good with this mod. I'm going to leave it as none. It's funny because when I navigate through the menu, it's navigating through the game at the same time. But I have it set to where if I hit right, a couple triggers, and a combination of buttons, it pulls up the menu in-game, which is, you know, kind of cool. And just various options in here. I'm not going to go over like too much details or anything like that. But, oh, I hit random select. It's alright, I'll play some, yeah. Actually, I gotta back out because I gotta reset my buttons. Usually when I play Mortal Kombat on Nintendo 64, I change up the buttons here. But I love this controller. I don't care what people say, I think it's a good controller. And let's see. Do sidestep out, sidestep in, change this to run, change this to block, change this to high punch. Oh, yeah, change it to high punch. Oh, that didn't mean change. High kick, low kick, and this will be low punch. Oops, did I pass it? There we are. And Z, I really don't care what it is. Alright. So yeah, I mean, like, right away the graphics on this just look amazing. Just nice and pixelated. It doesn't have that that forced smoothing. Let's play Liu Kang. It doesn't have that forced smoothing, that anti-aliasing kind of look that the Nintendo 64 has by default, which is fine for a CRT. Is kind of nice at the time, but you know, it doesn't hold up well over time. So, you know, an HDMI mod with the Nintendo 64, I mean, it'll show all the pixels and everything. It has that nice retro look. I mean, it just looks fantastic. It just looks phenomenal, and I love this game. I gotta turn the volume down a little bit. There we go. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. There we are. Play a little bit, and we'll move on to the next game. But like I was saying earlier, normally when I would hook up my Nintendo 64, is I would hook it up through S-Video through the FrameMeister. And I don't really suggest buying a FrameMeister to hook up your Nintendo 64 through S-Video. The reason I use it is because I already have a FrameMeister for all my consoles. So it's just one of those nice things about the FrameMeister is it supports S-Video, and from the factory, the highest video output Nintendo 64 supported was S-Video. It didn't support RGB or anything like that. There is an RGB mod, so you can use RGB SCART, or I think HD Retrovision component cables will work with the RGB mod. But I mean, it's, you know, much simpler mod, much cheaper. But HDMI mod's just so much cleaner, so much better looking, and it kind of future-proofs your system. And even though it's a more expensive mod, it eliminates the need of an OSSC or FrameMeister or anything like that. I mean, the simplest solution is obviously going to be just default S-Video and the RetroTink. You know, because RetroTink is just so plug and play. But I mean, with this mod, if I still want to play it on CRT, I can just use the S-Video. On a standard CRT television, it's not that big of a difference to me going from S-Video to RGB or S-Video to component for just a CRT. So it's not that big of a deal. So next we're going to show off Magical Tetris starring Mickey Mouse on the Nintendo 64. Like I said before, this is probably my favorite Tetris game of all time. Better than the original Game Boy Tetris, better than the Tengen Tetris on the NES, even better than Tetris 99 on the Nintendo Switch. I absolutely love this game. But yeah, I mean, you could see just the pixelation in this game. You know, just like those nice square pixels on HD on a modern HD TV. I mean, the mod makes the Nintendo 64 just so easy to plug into any modern television without any hassle or anything like that. I mean, again, it's a $160 mod, and you gotta, you know, you're gonna be paying a little bit more to have someone install it. But it also eliminates the need of spending a couple $100 for an OSSC or $300 or $400 for a FrameMeister. So, oh, here I am talking, and Goofy is scoring some Tetrises and stuff against me. Let's see if we can make a comeback here. I love this game. It's such a weird game too. It's such a weird Tetris game. Because the magical Tetris mode, they call it, is when you start scoring like Tetrises and stuff like that, it sends your opponents like all the weird looking blocks, and you can actually score a 5-line Tetris in this. It's kind of cool. I wish they would make a sequel to this game. It'd be so much fun. Oh, getting a whole bunch of long blocks there. There we go. And not enough for Tetris, but close. Yeah, I showed this game off on one of my Let's Play videos, and I actually used the opportunity to show off the RetroTink with this, so... Ooh, I messed that up. That's okay. Oh, seeing some more crazy blocks here. Let's see, let's put that there, put this here, that opens that up. Let's put that there. Hey, I won. Sweet. Alright, let's show off one more game here. Alright, and last we are going to play some NBA Hang Time from the NBA Jam series. We'll pick the Chicago Bulls here. Man, this game was almost like an arcade perfect port on the Nintendo 64. I don't remember how to play it. It has been so long since I played this. Let's see. Oh, that's shoot. What's this pass? Oh, there's pass. Okay, I got the controls down now. Let's see. Pass. Pass. Oh! I'm gonna get owned here because he's on fire. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, oh. I used to be pretty decent at this. Oh, come on. That was goaltending. Oh, I am getting worked. Oh, here we go. We got it. We got it. We got it. There we go. That knocked his fire out. So I've never played the PlayStation 1 version of this game, but I heard it's not as good as the N64 version. Come on. Ah, dang. I don't know if anyone remembers the game Arch Rivals. It was on the arcade, but it was also on the NES and the Genesis. Alright, let's see if we can get on fire. Come on. Come on. Ah, close. Yeah, if you get on fire, you got infinite turbo, and your shots almost never miss. Alright, one more and I'm on fire. Come on. Come on. No, you give me that ball. There we go. Alright, time to make a comeback. So yeah, again, if I want to pull up the menu for the HDMI settings, I just hit a button combination, which for this system, it's set for right, the triggers, C right, and you could save a preset, load presets, bring up scan lines. There we go, bring up a nice little arcade look there. Looks amazing. I find myself liking scan lines more and more lately. I used to not like them back when I discovered emulators, but now I really like them. But also, you know, you go to HDMI setup, you can change it to, was this at 1080p? I thought I had it playing at 720p the whole time. Let's see here. Oops, that's okay. We'll go back to 720p. That meant... Oh, did it save? I don't think I saved it. Let's go back here. There we go. Apply. That meant my last Mickey Mouse Tetris video was in 1080p, so that meant the scaling on it might not look as good. So actually, now that I discovered that, let's go back and do scan lines. Oh, there we go. Scan lines are looking much better. I don't know how well it's scaling on the video, but on TV I'm playing on, it scales much, much, much better. Yeah, it almost looks like a CRT now. So, but anyway, yeah, that is the HDMI mod on the Nintendo 64. I would have loved to do like an install video of it, like I did my NES HDMI, only without bumping the camera. But again, it's a pretty complicated mod to install. The contacts are really, really small. In fact, the guy that modded it for me actually had to double check some stuff because one of the contacts wasn't installed all the way, and I wasn't getting sound. But, you know, luckily it was just a simple fix, and he was really kind to take a second look at it for me. So definitely a cool dude. But yeah, that is the HDMI mod for the Nintendo 64. I am really looking forward to getting the Dreamcast one now. So let me know what you think of this, if you've tried it out, or if it's you prefer playing on a CRT, or if S-Video through like a RetroTink is something you prefer just for the simplicity, or if you prefer the RGB mod instead. please leave a comment below, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for coming to my video. If you would like to help my channel grow, please like and subscribe, and please click on this little bell icon so you never miss a future video.